about you is that you have ambition to be great. My job is to coach you to get all that greatness out of you.
What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we are back here for another one on the very first day of the legal tampering window. We're going to talk about all the moves that have happened. Plus, I've got some information, things that I'm hearing that I'll talk to you guys about in regards to. I know a lot of people are stressing out about the offensive line right now, and there's a reason why. Funny enough, nothing's happened. We'll get into that. Just a lot of news to cover, and I actually obviously want to open it up to you guys to hear what you guys have to think about the signings, the additions, all that. First and foremost, shout out to everyone in the chat. Already 177 of you. Shout out to Fred with the $1.99 donation. We got this is I think the best way to describe free agency so far has been smart. You know, you saw JC Jackson get his money. You saw Christian Kirk's making more than like Cooper Kupp and stuff right now. Christian Kirk is getting paid way too much money in Jacksonville. Honestly, it's smart so far. Like you look at Chase Edmonds, guys, if anyone looked at the Chase Edmonds signing and thought that was our lead back next year, no. I agree with what King Z305 said. Best word to probably describe it is efficient. But there's a reason why they haven't moved on the offensive line. And I'm going to tell all of you guys this right now. What's happening with the offensive line is a couple things. One, they are in on Terron Armstead. From what I am led to believe, the contract parameters I'm currently hearing in regards to, what the Dolphins are comfortable with in regards to Terron Armstead right now is about, well, let me see here. It is a 4-year, $90 million range with about 55 to 60 million of that guaranteed. That's what I've heard they're comfortable with paying Armstead at. So that's about $22.5 million a year. The other thing with the La'el Collins thing, from what I heard, and I'm going to have a tweet I'm going to show you guys in a bit, no one is coming up to what the Cowboys are asking. So I was told yesterday that they're asking for a 3rd-round pick, and the Dolphins are just not there. They do not want to give that 3rd-round pick. And I'm hearing that La'el Collins is probably going to be released. That's what I'm hearing is about to happen. Is that La'el Collins is going to be released. And also, obviously, Ben Jones, I believe, re-signed with Tennessee. Ryan Jensen stayed yesterday. My boy Brian Allen, who I had on my target list, he's gone. Really, the only kind of center out there right now is Bradley Boozman. So it's going to be Linderbaum or a receiver at 29 might be the agenda. You know what I mean? It's just right now, it honestly, they're waiting for dominoes to fall on the offensive line. Right? You know, fine with, you know, right now where it's lining up, I do expect them to bring in tackles. I'm not, overly concerned. You saw the money Laken Tomlinson got. Laken Tomlinson got $13 million a year from the Jets. I had Laken Tomlinson as more as like a $9-10 million price tag guy. Like I really, I don't know how I feel about paying him that much money. That's questionable. You know what I mean? It's James Daniels season, I guess. You could slot him to center. They're just, the domino has to fall. The taco domino has to fall. And what I was also told is that New Orleans is trying to make a late push to bring back Armstead. I don't know how. But you see Carolina out here. I don't know if people have been paying attention to Carolina, but Carolina is out here just shedding cap. Clearly getting ready for a potential Watson move. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's you know, hold on, give me a sec here. Let me just check, see if there's any news before we get into this. It's I do like the fact they're not overpaying. You have to give respect here. They're not just throwing the bag at everyone and smacking people in the face with the bag. You know, like I what do I mean domino fall if he's the main domino? Because they know, because there's other tackles on the market. If he falls, they're going to pivot. Right now, the problem is they're waiting on Terron Armstead. That's what your issue is right now. They're waiting to see what Terron Armstead does, whether it's comes to them or goes somewhere else and they have to pivot. That's basically what's happening right now. Is now you're dealing with, they're waiting on the tackle market. Tell me how many, no one can really tell me how many tackles have signed right now. I'm not talking about guards. Don't talk about interior linemen. Really, even not a ton of interior linemen have gone, but the center market is depleted. Laken Tomlinson is gone. Obviously, we haven't seen, and the Bengals signed the right guard from the Buccaneers. So, we're going to get into everything today. We got a lot to go over here. Scotty, I think that, here's the thing. He says, can't we sign Daniels while we wait for Armstead? If they're going to be spending $22.5 million on him, because right now, if you look at the cap, right now, the Miami Dolphins only have about $35 million. That's what the issue is right now. Look at what our updated cap number is. We only have about $35 million right now. Somewhere in that neighborhood. They've got to start either lopping heads in terms of, chopping people off, cutting contracts, or they're going to have to start trading dudes. But right now, we only have about $35 million. If you've been paying attention to the money right now, we only have between $30 to $35 million. That's why they're waiting on Terron Armstead. If Terron Armstead's about to take $22.5 million of your $35 million to $30 million, you have to. Like, you literally have to. They're trying to be smart with their money right now. I get it. I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but I'm just saying this is where they're at right now. So personally, I don't know how I feel about giving. I said this to EM earlier when I told him what I heard. I don't know how I feel about giving $22.5 million to Terron Armstead. Like I said yesterday, well, I know Jensen's off the board, but you could have they got $13 million. So Jensen got $13 million plus the Lyle Collins $10 million cap hit. I could have got Jensen and Terron Armstead for that cost. Why? I could get Daniels and Lyle Collins probably for like a couple million less. I'm going to guess James is about 9 to 10 million now with this market. And I'm assuming they trade for La'el Collins. If they don't trade for La'el Collins, the market is going to be decent for him. Brian, yes, that's my problem with Armstead. He's never played 16 games in the season before. Paying $22 million to that. I mean, do we all remember? I loved Brandon Albert, and that was the best line we've had, the unicorn line with Brandon Albert. We drafted Tunsil, kicked him at guard, Pouncey in the middle, etc., etc. But I'm kind of like, if you gotta kick it out with someone this year, Austin Jackson's got the athletic profile to fit you as a left tackle. I'd rather go get the right tackle. I mean, there could be, what if Trevor Penning falls to you at 29? I know they're talking about Tyler Smith out of Tulsa at 29 or Raymond. But like, what if a guy like Penning falls to 29? I'd be all over that all day. I just think if you only have about 30 to 35 million available to you right now, that's 22.5 million. But that's what they're doing. And they're doing it because if they sign him, they're going to make a bunch of cuts. And Rome Gray is 110% right. This is Frank Smith pushing hard. Now, whether it's a mistake, hey, you let me know. But, the thing is, here's the issue you fall into. When Terron Armstead is healthy, that guy is a top 3 tackle in the NFL. He is freakishly athletic. He is dominant in the run game, and he is a fantastic pass blocker. He is downright dominant when he's healthy. That's why when you saw my mock free agency, I only paid him like $18.5 million. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But when we start getting into like closing in on 25 million here, see that you make a good point. Dat 88. You could go get La'el Collins, James Daniels for about 20 million, and then go spend about another 10 million, and you could get Eric Fisher as a stopgap at left tackle. It's exactly the point I was going to make, Dat. Thank you for bringing that up. So what would you take for about 8 million, 7.5 million more? Fisher, former number 1 overall draft pick, former Super Bowl winner in the Chiefs, played pretty well with the Colts last year. A little injury prone lately, but way cheaper. Fisher, with Jackson as your swing behind him. And then over on the right side, La'el Collins, and you sign James Daniels, who you can kick at left guard or kick into the center. Like, I don't know. That just makes a little too much sense for me. When I think about that makes a little too much sense for me. So, this is where that's the problem. There's no other left tackles to help us in this market. There's no other left tackles to help us bring him down. And that's what the issue. That's what the issue is. By the way, for all you Watson lovers, Deshaun Watson has rejected the Seattle Seahawks. Directly. That's like news. You saw the JC Jackson. You saw what JC Jackson got. Byron Jones's guarantee kind of screwed us, right? But the good thing about the JC Jackson, even though we don't get him, is JC Jackson now lets us know a range of what Xavier Howard is going to be demanding in terms of new money. That gives us some actual idea, right? So if you didn't know, JC got 5 years, $82.5 million. 40 of that is guaranteed. And when you actually look at how some of his money is structured, I believe the way it's structured is he has a cap hit of like 28 million this year. So now when you take obviously the money over in terms of long term and you try to find his generalized cap hit. Right? It's a no. No. Really? Oh, it includes incentives. But yeah, sorry. If you take the 82.5 million and you divide it by 5, what is his cap hit? 60.5 million or something like that this year? Generalized cap hit? Chris, yeah, he's meeting with New Orleans and Carolina. I think the meeting's like tomorrow or something. I saw. But I'm pretty sure JC's cap number for this year is 28 million. So yeah, so basically how it works is this is JC's money. $82.5 million contract includes a $25 million signing bonus, $40 million in guarantees. His 2022 and 2023 salaries are fully guaranteed. So, he actually has a cap hit in 2022 of only $8 million. But you see, no tackles are really dropping off. Deshaun Watson is set to meet with the Saints and Panthers in Houston tonight. He's planning to meet with more teams tomorrow, but he has rejected the Seattle Seahawks directly. I told y'all he was not going to Seattle. I told y'all 110% he ain't going there. Gotta start listening to reason. Start listening to these people that just talk with their emotions. Okay, he's gonna be a Panther. I'm telling you right now. And I'm really wondering if they're trying to make it work with Armstead, and Armstead's waiting out to see if they're gonna get something to move with Watson, but the cash will speak. Maybe he's just waiting for someone to overpay him. You know what I mean? So we'll see how all that plays out. But it's honestly, it's just been they're not blowing their load right now. That's just where it is. I don't know what else to say. Can you really be mad at that? I think like I said, they're waiting on Terron Armstead. They're waiting on Terron Armstead right now. So you just have to be, there's nothing else you could say except watch, right? So let's see here. There's really, I mean, the latest tackle to get extended was Joseph Noteboom got extended by the Rams. He got 3-year, $40 million extension, $10 million signing bonus, and $25 million in guarantees. So that's a pretty fair deal for him too. That's not overly bad by any stretch of the imagination. Fair deal. But I'm expecting when Armstead falls, I think we're gonna start seeing things here. So with all that said, I want to get into every move here specifically. Then I'm going to open it up to you guys, and I want you guys to come on. I want to hear your thoughts about day one of tampering, right? Because it's been kind of crazy so far. So let's get rolling here. We're going to go in chronological order of all the events that happened today. All right. So, guys, 650 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Let's get to 8K. We just passed 7. Now let's get to 8. The goal is 10K by the season, by at least the season's end. Hopefully we can get there by the season. All right. So starting off, Emmanuel Ogbah. He got $32.7 million over the first 2 years of his new 4-year, $65.4 million deal. And another $4 million guaranteed for injury in 2024. I love it. I don't know what to tell you guys. I love that they kept him. On average, it's about a $16.5 million cap hit. I'm just happy they kept him. I truly believe This is going to help Jalen Phillips's development, and it's going to speed up the process of his development. I talked about last year in the free agency preview, sorry, not the free agency preview, but the prospect preview of Jalen Phillips, about how I like the idea of Ogbah playing next to him in certain situations, and we saw it in certain situations, and they absolutely feasted, and they also feasted when on the opposite sides of each other. I think this was a must. I like the money they gave him. You didn't, I would have preferred about 14 to 15, but I'm not going to cry over $1.5 million a year. Philip Leduc says they can easily add $35 million in cuts and restructuring. Yes, they can, sir. Yes, they can. And what I like about this is the biggest thing I love about this. And I love that a new coach is doing this and coming in and saying, you know what? Make it happen. This is the best thing about this. If you perform and we can afford you, we will make you a priority and take care of you. When McDaniel got the job, he was asked, do you want to re-sign Emmanuel Ogbah? He said, I want him back 110%. He lived up to his word. And on top of that, you performed at a high level, you get paid for your performance at a high level. I love this deal. I think Emmanuel Ogbah was one of the best edges on the market, or ends, however you want to label them. I love this deal. Fantastic stuff. You take care of your guys in-house. He should have been taken care of before Jerome Baker last year, and we'd have even more money to play with right now. But you took care of him in the long run. I have to applaud the Dolphins for this. This is a smart use of money. They are not tearing their defense apart. They're looking to add to the starters. Love it, love it, love it. I can't say enough good things about this and the message it sends to that locker room. Why do you think Gesicki signed his franchise tag today? I'm telling you, he signed the franchise tag and said, oh, if I perform and they got the money, they're going to keep me. And he knows he's going to perform under this coaching staff. Chip Taylor says, my guess is we are about $25 million in room, accounting for Bridgewater $6 to $7 million. Yeah. I would, yeah, we got to be in the 25 to 30 million range, because I know just before the Bridgewater signing, we were at about 35 million. So I'm taking Emmanuel Ogbah. Obviously, when I did my report on Patreon, I said him and X were disgruntled by Boyer staying in place, but I did say in that same article it's a fluid situation. Once emotions calm down, let's see where it goes. Emotions calm down, he's staying. And I also did say live, and I don't remember if I said in the Patreon post, but I know I said live on here, all it takes is McDaniel sitting down with these guys. If he makes them a believer, they will listen to Boyer. I love it. I love it. I love it. Is it ball games in the comment section? Ball game. It's your birthday today, isn't it? Pretty sure it's your birthday. I remember we were talking last week. Was it today that's your birthday, son? Ball game. Happy birthday, son. I think it is your birthday today. Yeah, I see people now saying happy birthday to you. So it has to be. Happy birthday, OG. Triple OG. One of my best friends in this community. A fucking beautiful soul. Someone who's always been there for me. Honestly, one of my best friends in life, I guess I would consider Ball Game. He's just he's always there for me whenever I need him, in any capacity, whether it's to vent, whether it's to talk to. I remember him looking out for me, and when we had idiots on Twitter and stuff. So shout out to the homie, Mr. Ball Game. I love you, homie. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope your family spoils you, and I hope the wife takes care of you, and I hope the kids take care of you, my friend. And I hope the Dolphins give you what you want for your birthday. So happy birthday to Mr. Ball Game. He's a fantastic human being. And I believe, speaking of, I think, doesn't Ogbah only count for like 7.1% or 7.2% of our cap this year? And I think last year is like 4% of our cap. But anyways, so shout out to Ball Game. They're taking care of the defense on your birthday. Guys, I want to send another shout out to, because now this reminds me, we got to go from hurrah, hurrah, hurrah to a little low point here. I need everyone to send their love to Rhino on Twitter, wherever. Rhino's father just passed away last week. He gave me a call today. His father was 98 years old. He lived a long, fantastic life. And, Rhino, he's not down in the dumps, but, Finside fam, that's what we are. So we just got to show him love. So Rhino, I just want everyone who has him on Twitter or whatever, blow him up, show him some love, tell him you're sorry for his loss. Shout out to the homie Rhino. I love you too. I can't wait to come down there. Looking like I'm coming down there in April and ball game. Rhino, Logan, I know we're gonna all try and get together. So yeah. Show some love to ball game in the comments. Happy birthday, my dude, and show some support on Twitter and wherever to Rhino, who just passed away, whose father just passed away at the age of 98. Man, lived a good life. So, all right, continuing on here with free agency. A little bit more info on Emmanuel Ogbah, but just so you guys can have an idea, Emmanuel Ogbah, his cap number, it's about $7.6 million. Then it jumps to $18.6 million in 2023. So the Dolphins still with more than $35 million in space at this hour and can easily clear out $21 million more. And that was as of 3/15. So since 3/15, we have added Cedrick Wilson and we have also added Teddy Bridgewater. So, there you go. There is Ogbah's cap number for this year and what it jumps to for year 2. Now, in case you're living under a rock, the Miami Dolphins added a running back today, Chase Edmonds, obviously from Arizona. They gave a 2-year, $12.6 million deal, includes $6.1 million guaranteed. I like it. Obviously, I don't love it, and I'm not like, oh my god. I still expect them to add another running back. I mean, Barry Jackson kind of warned us, right? He said he expects us to add 2 in the coming weeks. Overall, it's a guy who most of his he can play outside or inside zone. Most of his snaps this year came obviously in zone running situations. He's coming off his best year as a rusher. He had 124 total carries for 620 yards. He averaged 5.0 yards per attempt and had 2 rushing touchdowns. That's including the wild card game, not just the regular season. That's all year. He also offers you, he's a weapon outside the backfield. He can get to the edge really quickly. He is a good addition. And here's the other thing you got to think about. This is what I really want you to think about for a sec. What does this say about how much McDaniel really likes the player? And you're going to talk about reason. What do you mean? Well, first of all, he plays quicker than his 4.55 that you see that he had at the combine. Second of all, he's not known for his long speed. It's his first step and his short area explosiveness that's going to impress you with Chase Edmonds, but I digress. The thing with Chase Edmonds is McDaniel saw him twice a year as the offense, as part of the San Francisco offense. So what does that tell you? That tells you that A, the San Francisco 49ers had done their homework on a player like that, and B, that tells you that he thinks he can make something out of that. That's exactly what that's telling you. Not only is this guy kind of a running back guru, but he's played this guy 2 times a year. That tells you he's got a level of comfortability and he's got some things in mind with Chase Edmonds in this offense. So as much as we don't look at it as a sexy move or a move that moves the needle, don't write it off. Do not write it off. And the reason why I'm going to tell you to not write it off is because McDaniel has something in mind. Now I would have thought he would have been a $3 to $4 million a year guy. They paid a little higher. Now, again, I'm not going to cry over two. I'm not going to cry about it, but you got to think McDaniel's like, I can do something with this, and this can make an impact in my offense. So I'm not writing it off. I'm not writing it off by any stretch of the imagination. Then later on, the Dolphins added a receiver, and that receiver they added was Cedrick Wilson Jr. on a $22.8 million deal with $12.75 million guaranteed. This guy is super shifty, super quick. He ran a 4.48 at the combine. I mean, this guy, if you look at him, right, he's a slot guy. This makes you wonder what they're going to do with Lynn Bowden. Now, when you do the deal, it's what, like a little over $7, it's like what, $7.5 million a year, a little over $7.5 million a year. That's okay, considering the money Christian Kirk got today. And you also got to remember, guys, Cedrick Wilson was buried behind CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and Michael Gallup, and even Dalton Schultz when he was emerging. And then ball shares had to go to Ezekiel Elliott. This is a kid with a really high upside athletic profile in this offense. I think he's a very, very good fit. He's slot, and he's a slot guy. 90% of his snaps last year came in the slot. Only 9.8% came out wide. 6'2", 197. Another 6th round selection out of Boise State. Last year, he put up career numbers, right? Last year, he had 50 receptions for 664 yards and 6 touchdowns. He averaged about 13.3 yards per reception. I'm not personally mad at it. It's a decent addition, but there's a little piece here I wanted to play from you guys. It was talked about on the NFL Network, and I'm going to play it for you guys here, and then we'll continue talking about the Cedrick Wilson edition. And then we're going to go through the rest of the moves, and then I'm going to open it up for you guys, okay? And he's a yak beast, too. He brings a yak.
Cedrick Wilson, he's leaving Dallas to go sign in Miami. It is a 3-year deal, $22.8 million, 12.75 fully guaranteed. This is a guy that Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy really loved. They were banged up at the receiver position, and Wilson was able to step in and have what really was a breakout year. 45 catches, 6 touchdowns. The perfect time to do that in a contract year. You can see the ability right here. This guy's really good. Going to be interesting to see what Miami and new head coach Mike McDaniel can do with him, and perhaps they will ask him to throw the football. The former high school quarterback over his career, pay attention, Ian, 5 for 5, 111 yards, 1 touchdown passing, a perfect passer rating of 158.3 over his career.
So the gadgets, these guys out here stretching the gadgets right now. It's a low key move. It's a high risk. It's a high reward. It's a low risk kind of high reward move. We didn't break the bank for him by any stretch of the imagination. I would be fine if they took another receiver at 29. Now, not if Linderbaum's on the way the center market's rolling out. Linderbaum might be the agenda at 29 if they don't get one. I'm fine with Zion Johnson too. But personally, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad move, but I don't think it's like get naked, run through the streets. Oh my God, we just moved the needle. See, here's the thing. Right now, I think why everyone's feeling this way is because we haven't really brought in a needle mover, right? Whether it's on the offensive line, whether it's wherever the case is, you want to point to right now. So personally, I think, like I said, they're waiting on that tackle market. They're waiting on that tackle market right now. So, and if you like PFF, I believe last year was like his what was it? Last year was like his highest graded year as a receiver in the NFL. But like, what are you gonna do with the number one, Cedrick? What's he gonna change to? You can't even go to 11. Right? So thoughts on Darrell Williams? I like him on the cheap stopgap. I don't know, man. I don't hate this at all. I think this is decent. It's nothing like, I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. It's not, again, not moving the needle, but let's see what they do with them. Continuing on here, and it is official. This was just the first report that came out. The Miami Dolphins have signed Teddy Bridgewater to a 1-year deal to be the backup quarterback for the Miami Dolphins. I do think this is a vast upgrade over Jacoby Brissett. We brought in a guy who, if Tua, God forbid, has to deal with injury, then we can win some games with Teddy B. Teddy, not again, not going to move the needle here, but Teddy Bridgewater, it's an okay move. If you look at what Teddy did last year, remember they decided to go with Teddy Bridgewater over Drew Lock in Denver last year, and Drew Lock is now gone. But Teddy again, talking about never been the same since the injury, but he's still good. He's efficient, right? He just got another efficient guy that can, he can get you wins. He can at least probably get you in around or at 500, last year he had a 66.9 completion percentage, threw for 3,052 yards, 18 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. And the interesting stats too, shout out to the homie Todd. The interesting stat too about Teddy B is the Dolphins now have the number 1 and the number 2 quarterbacks in the NFL at covering the spread. Bridgewater is about 66%, and Tua is at about 61%. And we also have 2 of the top 10 passers in terms of completion percentage last year. I think we got the best backup available. I literally think we got the best backup available. I don't think he's going to beat out Tua. I know that's the what people are trying to spin out there, but let me tell you this. I ain't worried about him beating out Tua, okay? He's going to know his role, and his role is as a backup. All right. And then, much to my delightful surprise, didn't think it would happen, but it did. Mike Gesicki did not file a grievance and instead signed his franchise tag tender, and he is now the first player to do it this year. Blow my mind. Jesus. And listen, I ain't going to complain. One freaking bit. All right. 10.8 million. You know what he said? I'm going to ball out this year under that staff. Like, I am absolutely shocked that he actually was the first one to sign it. Heat Fins, lineman, reason where are the linemen? I told you at the beginning. From what I'm hearing is right now, they are in the Armstead market, and their offer is about $22.5 million a season over 4 years, with about 60 of that guaranteed, waiting on the Armstead domino to fall. Because, and the La'el Collins, the word right now is La'el Collins is going to be released. And in case you haven't seen, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Calvin Watkins source said it's doubtful Cowboys can trade La'el Collins and a release is probable. Let's see what happens. And that was only about an hour and a half ago. And guys, free agency hasn't even opened yet. Right now, we are literally just in the tampering stage. So we got to exercise some patience here. Things will happen. And right now, they only have about 30-ish million, 25 to 30 million in cap space. So I think you're going to see some guys get cut. I don't know. Yes, Jason, there is mutual interest between La'el Collins and the Miami Dolphins, is what I've been told. And what I've been told is the Dolphins are not willing to come up to that 3rd round pick that they're asking for him. David Bear, what is the plan? What is the B plan for the O-line if plan A doesn't work out? Your guess is as good as mine right now, bro. Obviously, Armstead and La'el Collins, either both or one of, consist of plan A. Right? Like, you could literally go out and you could wait for La'el Collins to hit the market, get in there, sign him, and then turn around and try and sign Eric Fisher. Interesting to see James Daniels has not signed yet, which I was fully expecting James Daniels to sign pretty quickly. And then he saw that money, that Laken Tomlinson money, and whoo-wee. So right now, I think a lot of teams are waiting on that Terron Armstead. I mean, the Bengals haven't added a tackle. I know the Broncos were in the market for a right tackle. I know New Orleans is trying to make a late push for Terron Armstead. Justin says, what is the best options available at center? Bradley Boozman or sign James Daniels and kick him in, probably. Christy, Collins' release will cost us more than $10 million a year. 110%, bro. 110%. Absolutely no news on DJ Shark. None. I don't know if they're going to add another receiver either. At least in free agency. I know people want Jarvis Landry to come back, but I think Wilson basically just killed anyone's dreams of Jarvis Landry. If they're going to add anything right now, it's going to be an X. So I'm just starting to get the sneaky suspicion that Terron Armstead is waiting out what's going to happen. I got a feeling he's waiting out to see what's going to happen with the Panthers and the Saints and Watson. Like, if they land Watson, I think Armstead's gonna try and make it work. If he goes to the Panthers, it's open season. And with Watson meeting teams tonight, specifically the Panthers and the Saints, they're gonna have a good idea. But I'm telling you this right now. You watch the Panthers right now, they are clearing cap like they know it's about to go down. So, like, they cut Morgan Fox earlier today and such. So I'm starting to get the sneaking suspicion that that's exactly what's going down, and that worries me because I don't want to get caught sitting on our hands. Go make the move for La'el Collins. If that's the case and you got to sit on your hands, just get La'el Collins. It's a blind side. I don't know what else to say. And just before I open it up to you guys here, if you didn't see it, Ogbah had some interesting things to say in regards to returning to the Dolphins today and about other potential suitors that were lining up for him, including the Buffalo Bills. This is what Emmanuel Ogbah said today, guys.
I know it's a surreal moment for me. I'm excited. I just got the phone with my family. They're excited too. It's a blessing. I'm just thankful. I'm lost for words right now. I don't think it's really hit me all the way yet, but but I feel good. I feel really good. So.
Why did you decide to come back to the Dolphins? Why are they the fit?
Oh, because it's Miami. I've always told you guys, I wanted to come back. I wanted to be here, and I always view Miami as my second home. So it definitely made sense to me. I was really productive here too. I love the staff, love my teammates. Everything about Miami, I loved about it, and I'm just happy. We finally got some work done here. So.
How do you celebrate this?
I don't know. Probably get some nice dinner.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta wait for my family to come up here before I really celebrate. So not yet.
We're gonna make Drew Rosenhaus pay for all of this. Prime 112, Poppy Steak. You picked the spot. What other teams were in the mix?
Oh yeah, we had Buffalo, the Ravens, the Colts. Yeah, we had a lot of teams in the mix, but when it came down to it, I didn't want to move. I didn't want to go nowhere, so it worked.
So there you go, Buffalo, Baltimore, amongst other teams, but he didn't want to leave Miami. He wanted to stay. And by the way, just so everyone knows, Bridgewater's money, I'm gonna bring you guys so you know. I'll bring it up for you guys so you can see. Bridgewater's money is up right now. So here is what Bridgewater is going to be making, similar to kind of Jacoby a little bit. Not exactly breaking the bank. If you look at his money he's making, he will earn at least $6.5 million guaranteed as to his backup. Incentives could make it higher. Brissett earned $5 million in that role last season. So there you go. He's only making about $1.5 million more than Jacoby Brissett. So you got $6.5 million now allocated to the backup quarterback. Personally, I would have went after Colt McCoy for a little cheaper, but Bridgewater is a far better backup than Colt McCoy. And I just got one guys. I really like the Cedrick Wilson signing. I think it's going to be sneaky good, man. This is a guy who averaged 3.5 yards per of separation per route ran last year. So he's a natural separator as well. Good body twitch, stems his routes well. It's good. Cuts are coming. I'm going to tell you right now. Cuts are coming. Be prepared for cuts to come. And that their salary cap is probably around, I see someone ask, probably about $25 to $30 million right now. I'm gonna guess it's between 25, it's in and around 25 million right now is what they have left. That if you put a gun to my head and said, "Hey, how much money do you think they have going on right now?" I would say it's about $25 million. It is what it is, man. It's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out for the rest of it. But hold on, just check in here. Yeah. I think McDaniel's going to work some magic with Cedrick Wilson. I actually really like the signing. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. The more I think about it, the more I actually like it. So let's drop that link. Let's get you guys up here. I want to hear what's on everyone's mind. We got what about 889 of you in the room right now. So we should be able to get some thoughts. Let's hear what you guys got to say. Gonna drop that link. Look for it in the comment section. I like the Cedrick Wilson signing. It's sneaky. It might be sneaky good. It might be one of those sneaky good signings that we look back and we're like, man, that's it. They got him for that much. So smash that like button. 886 of you now in the room. Apparently 3 of you were really afraid to come up here. 887 right now. So smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. Let's get to 8,000. Yeah, it's gonna be the week of free agency. Next week we're gonna be getting back to big boards. Obviously, it looks like we're gonna need a tackle big board, so that'll be coming. Linebacker big board looks like it's still gonna be a need, so I'll be coming with my draft linebacker big board. I've already dropped 2. If you haven't checked them out, yesterday I dropped my draft wide receiver big board. There's all 22 highlights included that I clip up personally after watching the film of these players. And then the week before that, I dropped my running back big board. And I still think if they don't add a guy like Raheem Mostert, I still think another running back is going to be in play in the draft. Now, obviously, at 29, I don't think so. At 29, especially with the Cedrick Wilson signing, right? The slot, they're not going to take a slot guy. They're going to be looking for an X guy right now. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this all plays out. Again, 880 of you in the room. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new. I'll drop it one more time. I'll do another Twitter check, and then I'll start adding people because they're starting to pile up backstage. Give me one sec here. I can't believe Chandler Jones hasn't been signed either. So let me see here. That Chargers defense is gonna be good. Yeah, nothing really right now. So let's start adding people here. Yeah, I like this Cedrick Wilson, man. I like it. It's sneaky good, people. Don't sleep. Do not sleep. Pyro.
What's up? What's up?
What up, John? Destin, what's up, buddy?
What's good, bro?
I'm gonna call Todd number 2. Dylan, what's going on, guys?
Chilling.
What's up?
How's it going?
I'm happy with these signings personally.
Yeah, man. I don't think they're being smart right now. They're not.
I agree with that. I agree.
Look at when I saw that Christian Kirk money.
That was an overpayment.
Like,
and a
Cedrick
half.
Wilson's contract is a bargain compared to Christian Kirk, man.
Dude, I started laughing. I'm like, even on the radio up here in Jacksonville, they were saying we way overpaid.
Dude, they are spending stupid money, Jacksonville, right now. Now you can see why. You can see why. What's his face? Byron Leftwich wanted Balky gone because they're just throwing money at the wind right now.
If Kirk got 21, what's Allen Robinson gonna get? Like 40?
That market's so quiet right now.
Well, you got to look at D-Hop. I think is making the most at 27. The guy from
how is Christian Kirk only making $6 million less?
Like he destroyed the market.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Well, now,
he did.
Yeah. Well, now listen to this. If that's what he wants, what is our Adams want up in Devontae Adams want now? He's looking at it saying, now I want my $30 million. If you're going to pay Kirk 21, I'm 3 times the receiver he is. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
Yo, if Devontae Adams, imagine I'm waiting for that to come through. Dolphins signed Devontae Adams, 5-year, $100 million contract, $80 million guaranteed.
He's my friend's a Packer.
Yo, he's not going to be a Packer.
No. My friend is a Packer fan.
Oh
so
yeah,
he would
he's not going to be a
pissed
Packer.
off.
You should be pissed off right now.
Did you see what Jalen Ramsey and Darius Slay said about the Christian Kirk contract?
Yeah,
No,
that they
no,
should
no.
get
I
paid
did.
more for
Yo, they
backpedaling.
dissed him.
What'd they
Ramsey's like
say?
how guys that I'm clamping up getting paid more than me. All blessings though.
I still like what Jalen Ramsey said about Brady coming out of retirement. At least he didn't throw his last touchdown pass on me.
No, bro. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
The
fun.
guy who bought his last touchdown
Oh
pass
my
football
God.
for $518,000 2 hours before he came back out of retirement. Bro, this guy saw this ball go for that
Dude.
much money and was like, "Oh, I'm coming out of retirement, bro."
I
What
think
the
Brady.
fuck?
I think Brady owes him some money. I think Brady needs to throw him some
Bro.
money.
I would have been so bitter.
Yeah.
Bro, so bitter. So what are you guys thinking about the lack of moves on the offensive line?
It's bothering me personally. It kind of. I understand they're being smart and waiting for that, but damn, I'm looking at all these linemen going elsewhere, even though they're guards and centers.
Yeah.
They can make it up to us by
You know
trading
what? A
for
name that
Collins.
a name
Where's
that
all that noise coming from?
Yeah, who's
That's
opening the
that's
door?
me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm quiet now.
Okay, here's the thing. What no one's talking about, Orlando Brown has not signed a new contract.
Right, yeah.
Well,
He
they tagged him, didn't they?
They franchise tagged him.
Did they?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
franchise tagged him.
Did he
Yes.
sign the franchise tag?
I don't know if he
No,
signed
he
it
hasn't
yet.
signed it.
Yeah, I don't know that he signed it yet, but they did franchise tag him.
Ooh, what if he's saying I'm not willing to play on that?
I'm not tripping
I don't
about the O line moves. Reason I was just saying last night how I went James Daniel as center.
Yeah, he can play
Yeah.
center. He played
Yeah.
center in college, right?
Yep, he
And
did
then
at Iowa.
I
that
wanted
leaves you open.
Jensen, but that's obviously not a
That-
thing now. So
That leaves you open to where, let's say,
Daniels would be
Linderbaum
good.
falls.
Damn,
Then
Brady
you can move him
screws
over.
Miami again.
Yeah, he did.
yeah,
Rome Gray's
don't know.
right. What about Laramie Tunsil? He's on the market.
yeah. I honestly,
For what
like,
price?
I'm pretty satisfied with what they've done so far. The offensive line is the one thing that they haven't addressed yet, but hopefully they can work it out and they end up looking smart at the back end of it.
I tell you what, if what reason said happens, we were to somehow get Collins, Fisher, and Daniels, it would be a home run.
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
fucking
I'm
for sure.
content.
Free
I'm
agency
really
would be a
content
home
with that.
run. That would
I'd
be the
be
best.
Fisher's
happy.
gonna be cheap. I don't think Fisher's gonna break the bank. I can't see him making more than like $10 million.
You're right, but I'm
I-
saying if
I
we were to
would be
do
really
those
happy
three
with that.
with what we've already done, that's a home run.
I
Then
would
we
be
go
Yeah.
for our linebacker in the first round.
Yeah,
And that actually would be
depending who's there.
Well, that would
Well, yeah.
well, my dream scenario is if somehow, I know it probably won't happen, but if Nakobe Dean could be there at 29, that would be my dream scenario with our running back in round 2, because you'll probably have a choice of Breece Hall, Kenneth Walker, or Isaiah Spiller.
Brees
At
going in the
50.
first. Brees going.
Well,
in the
then
first.
maybe not Breece Hall, but you can get one of those other guys at 50 most likely, and then get like a wide receiver in round 3. That'd
Hey,
be like my dream scenario.
yeah,
See,
I would be happy with that, but I wouldn't mind Lloyd either.
Buddy, fuck
Oh,
a
yeah,
receiver
yeah,
in round
for
3.
sure,
I'm
for
taking Matt Ariza. The agenda does not change. Matt
Did
Ariza.
Jordan Hicks sign? Did Jordan Hicks
I mean, we'll
sign?
see who's there at 29. It depends on
Who?
how the board falls, you know.
What- What'd you say, Dustin? I
So-
think
Did Jordan
my
Hicks did he
thoughts
sign?
Oh,
I don't
no,
think
Jordan
so.
Hicks does not sign. No.
no. He only made
My
$8.5 million last year. That's why in my mock I gave him $9.5. I gave him $1 million bump up.
Well, like I was saying earlier,
Good player
you go-
too. Really underrated.
If you trade for Collins, that's only a $6 million hit on us because you're getting rid of Jesse Davis. Is $4 million right out the door. So that's a $6 million hit because we're saving the 4. I would definitely make that trade. I would find a way to make that happen.
Buddy, I'd be cutting Fedulum. I'd be cutting Rowe right now. I'd
They
be
got a number of
chopping
people.
heads.
I mean, the only
Prince
thing that
Revolution.
hesitates me with trading, like, because I want them to address it and be aggressive, but if everybody expects him to be cut anyway, that's the one thing is like, because then you can get him for less, But I get it. You're risking not getting him at all. So it's
But here's the
Jason
thing. though.
Myers, Matt Ariza will not be there in the 5th. I will bet you any
No
amount
way.
of money you
Not
want
with
to
that
bet right
lucky
now.
to get him in the 4th.
He will not be there. I'm even worried he won't be there at 101.
That's what I've got
in
my
the 3rd?
concerns about that. Yeah.
Dude, after his combine too, this guy regularly kicks balls 75 plus yards. And then he had the combine the guy ran a 4.6. And he's a legit tackler, and he kicks 53 plus yard field goals. He ain't gonna
Aren't
be
they
there.
still looking for one of the balls he kicked in Indianapolis?
I have no idea, but that guy is a legit. You're not going to find many actual game changers in round 3 like him.
Did you see that kick where he pinned it down at the 180 yards away?
Yeah, and in the combine, are they talking about the combine?
Yeah, that down to the one.
Bro,
I was like, oh my
the
god,
guy's ridiculous, bro. He's literally one of the most best weapons, and I never thought I'd say this about a punter. He's one of the best weapons in this draft.
Hey, y'all know who the only punter? Y'all know who the only punter is in the Hall of Fame?
Isn't it? What's his name?
Ray Guy.
Ray Guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you could
This guy has a Ray Guy leg.
you could work with him for another year, and he could replace Sanders too.
Jags are going to sign Evan Ingram now too. They're spending all.
I don't like
kind of
Evan
money.
Ingram. He's.
It's a 1-year, $9 million deal. So.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
you know what? If we looked at it with Peterson going there, we kind of, you could have thought that ownership group, the management, was going to go out and spend big in free agency for Doug Peterson there.
Hey man, do it up. Whatever.
You know what? Yeah, but you know what though? What worries me with our cap is there's still 2 players I want to re-sign. I want Smythe and I want Matt Collins back.
Yeah,
I do
agree
too.
with that for sure. For sure.
They're not going to cost much though.
Yeah, they're not going to be much. You should be able to fit them in somewhere, especially after additional cuts and stuff. You should be able to fit them in. Otherwise, though, I mean, bringing Ogbah back, having Gesicki, Nick Needham, they tendered Needham, right?
You know what?
Second round,
Yeah, but you know what
that.
bothers. You know what bothers me about J.C. Jackson?
Hold on, I got to address it.
That was so damn affordable.
Michael Pulisic says, problem is you hope you don't have to punt too often from your end zone. Bro, I've seen him punt from his own end zone inside the other team's 20. So I ain't worried.
Wait, really?
With our defense, yeah,
80 yards without a problem.
Dude, he had one game. He had one game last season where he had in one game he had 4 punts beyond 70 yards. In one game.
It's insane.
And I believe 2 of them were beyond 75, if I remember correctly.
He's got a leg.
Yes,
we
he
do
does.
need a
If 2 is the left leg, 2 is the left arm of God, Matt Ariza is the left leg of God.
Yeah.
So,
really,
reason, I got a question.
Punter round 3. Or
my thoughts are, do you think that they're waiting to see if they can pull this trade off with Collins and go get Armstead, both of them, and that way both sides are anchored? And do you think that they'll be able to clear enough? Because if you think about it, Collins is only 10 mil.
They can clear the space.
Yeah, but he's gonna get released and he ain't gonna be 10 mil anymore.
Yeah,
get the trade out of your mind. It ain't happening. They're gonna release him.
Yeah,
isn't he
the
going to be
smarter,
like 15 on the open market?
That's the smarter path, I think, too.
Well, he's going to cost more money when he's released than what he's going to cost for a trade right now.
Hey, Reason, you know what I'd be tempted to do?
He's going to cost probably around 13 to 15 million a year at least.
We have
probably 15.
We have 2 second-round picks next year, right? I'd be parting with one of those. I'd be parting with one of those.
Dude, they don't want a first-round pick for him.
No, second.
The highest they're asking for is a third.
They want a third.
Yeah, but if you were to tell Dallas,
and
I'll
they're
give
not,
you one next year.
Yeah, but you can tell them all you want. I'm telling you right now, Chris Greer, I've been told he's being cheap in negotiations. He's not willing to move up to a third. It's not happening, bro.
Damn.
It's not happening. He's not getting traded. Get it out of your mind.
Yeah.
Maybe he wants.
Now he's going to cost more money.
Maybe he wants that punter in the third round.
Wouldn't it make more sense to, if they're not going to do that, to go trade for DK and take care of that X spot?
Bro, you know what it's going to cost for DK Metcalf?
Yeah, it's going to be.
All of you people think this guy is just, bro. He's still on his rookie deal. He's still in his. He hasn't even entered his prime yet. Do you know how much DK Metcalf is going to cost, bro?
A lot.
DK Metcalf is going to cost multiple draft picks, not one.
Yeah.
So all these people thinking if you want a cheap receiver out of Seattle, it's Tyler Lockett. It's not DK Metcalf.
Yeah, DK's their star receiver, man.
DK is not going for the cheap, bro. Especially now that Deshaun Watson turned them down directly.
Yeah, and honestly, we can get a good receiver in the draft somewhere.
Yeah, he's gonna dude. DK's gonna cost at least a first. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a first and a second, or a first and a third, and maybe another pick somewhere in there.
It'll be like
It
that.
doesn't look like we'll have to draft an edge now, at least.
Yeah, it's a pretty good edge class, though. That's another thing I got. Well, it's a pretty good edge class, so we can draft depth.
Yep.
But yeah, we don't have to worry about taking a guy high.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
So it would have been interesting though if George Karlaftis falls in your lap right now. At
If he falls, I think you got to be tempted maybe to take him.
Because Trevon Walker and Jermaine Johnson are rising up boards, and Karlaftis has been the one that's been pushed down because of it.
Yeah, depends on who's all there at that time, but
I hate that we're number
29's a tricky position to pick at, man.
I was just saying.
Do you think since Henry's time with the Bucks that we're going to be looking at Tyler
George knows what's up, bro. Look at this, and it's actually not that far fetched to think. Brother Reason, Arise is the surest thing in the draft.
A fact.
It's actually true.
Does
he need development like an offensive lineman? No, just go out and kick the fucking ball. Do you need
do the same
need to work
thing
on your
you've been
mechanics
doing.
like a quarterback? No, just go out and kick the fucking ball, bro.
And he's one of your most effective gunners running downfield at making plays. The way he goes down there and hits.
He lights people
Wait,
up.
really?
Clear
He likes
fetch
to hit
them off
too?
the.
Haven't you been backstage when I've shown stuff of him, bro?
I've seen like one clip of him.
That's what Todd's talking about. I showed him a clip where he kicked it like 65, 70 yards, and then he was the first,
from the
and then he was the first one. No, in game. He kicked
okay.
it like 65, 70 yards, and then he's the first one down there, and you hear the hit echo through the arena when he makes it.
Truck sticking him.
Yeah.
Bro, the guy's legit. Bro, think of it. He's a decently sized boy, and he runs like a 4.6. Like, bro, think of it. I think it was near his end zone, too. It was inside his 10. So he ran like 60 yards, 4.6, picking that momentum. 60 yards, bro. He just boom, just lit him up, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's funny there's so much hype around a punter, but he's good. He's
Like,
There's another one
like
pretty
all
good.
the people,
Stonehouse is decent in the
all the
draft.
Dolphin fans. Who
What about
know
that guy?
who this kid is.
What about that guy from Georgia? He's pretty good too, or Camel, something like that. I can't think of his last name. That other punter that hit a couple. That other punter has hit a couple 80-yarders too.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I love the Bridgewater signing too.
Yeah, he's better than Jabroni Brisket.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a great back. He's great for our backup position because that's what we needed going into this whole thing. They addressed that, no sweat. Good job.
I can't believe Pittsburgh got
Jameson Williams, boy, you're not going to use Jameson Williams as a gunner, buddy.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
what is that?
I'm not
No.
using
Yeah.
No.
Look
He's
up
not
what the
touching
definition of a
special teams.
gunner is, bro. I think you got it mixed up with something else, my guy.
He's not touching a special teams.
No.
No, that's what that guy from
I
from
agree,
the
Adrian.
CFL?
I will do it. I will take care of it. You pay for my flight. I will make sure it happens, bro.
Where do you think
I mean,
Linderbaum goes
it's
in
not
draft
as big of a deal now. It probably wouldn't have as great of effect.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind
Fine,
the gas going on that defensive tackle from Georgia either.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, his combine. I don't think he's there at 29, bro.
No, but I'm saying you put that mask on him, get him
That's
to
why
drop.
I don't even think Breece Hall is on the board at 29 because of his combine.
Ugh,
And Kenneth Walker is going to be the next guy off the board. So, like, I think a realistic possibility is like at 50 is like maybe Isaiah Spiller because he didn't test.
That's what I'm.
Yeah,
thinking.
he's
He
just
didn't
doing a
run.
pro day, right?
Yeah. That might be, that might be an option. But you watch his film and you're like, Jesus Christ. So Isaiah Spiller might be an option. I think they're going. I'm telling you, the man that fits this team so well is Rashad White, man. I'm telling you right now. Watch
Sean
that man
White.
out of Air
I've
Force
been
One,
asking
bro.
about
Where you think
that
he'll be?
kid. He's
At the
a
fourth?
monster.
That guy's a legit, bro. I've been watching because I'm a huge Jaden Daniels fan, so I've been watching him for the past 2 years. That guy's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
He coming out this
He's-
year?
Yeah,
got
yeah.
some
He was the
size,
number
yeah.
4 running back on my big board. He's a beast, man.
Was he like 6'2"? Like he's tall. Like, he's a little tall.
He's 6'1".
He's 6'1", but
Give me his
he's
exact
like
measurements, yeah.
230.
He is. Let's just give me his weight. 214.
214. Okay, he's a little lighter than I thought he was.
Yeah, 6 foot, 214. But bro,
Yeah,
like
they run that
his
outside
blend of
zone out there.
athleticism and size, ridiculous. And yeah, exactly. They run that outside zone. So I think he's a perfect 3-down back too.
His frame, he can get bigger. He's
Yeah.
like, his frame, he can definitely put like
He could
5-10
10
pounds.
pounds.
Yeah.
I could see 10 pounds.
Hey,
easy.
Reason.
Bulk up.
Do you think
I
we're
love
keeping
Tyler
Parker?
Algier out of BYU. Yeah, they're
Do you
keeping
think-
Parker. Yeah.
He's gonna
James
be a
Cook
number
makes a
4.
lot of sense in this offense too, if you think about
Parker's going to be a number 4. We don't have to rely on him.
it. Yeah, technically he's like our number 4 pass catcher right now, right? You got
Yeah.
Waddle. Wilson's probably going to slot in as your number 2, and the slot as your Y guy, and then Gesicki's going to get his target share, and then Devontae.
And he's our
And they're going to draft someone. They're going to draft someone.
What about
and he's our
Bowden
only
too, though? That's
contested
what's
catch
weird.
receiver right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised. Bowden, hey, if you run a lot of 10-man personnel and such, and you got doubles, 2x2 alignments, then Bowden can be your extra slot guy.
Man, I'm to be honest with you, Matt.
Yeah.
I'm hoping a guy falls at 29 for us.
Who?
One of the top 4 guys, bro.
Oh.
I like your
Yeah.
receiver.
I'd be fine with
receiver
like
board.
one of those top 4.
I want Linderbaum.
I'd be
That's
fine with
who I want.
Linderbaum. Zion Johnson makes sense.
See, I feel like we benefit a lot more with Linderbaum because essentially what we could do is move Dieter to left guard, like you've preached and preached and preached about, and you essentially upgrade 2 positions by getting one player
Okay,
doing that.
but Zion
Linderbaum-
Johnson plays
and
center too.
Hold on. Zion Johnson played center at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
True.
And especially if you get your tackles in free agency, then you're looking pretty good.
Linderbaum's
Yeah.
on a whole nother level.
Oh, buddy, he's the best.
He's
Yo,
a
and he's
monster.
perfect for what we want to run.
Yes, he's a
Linderbaum is
monster.
like perfect, but I don't think he's gonna be there at 29, dude.
What
Is
about
there
Lin-
another center?
But
What
do you
about
think they
Perfect
trade? Do you think they trade up for him?
I don't think
No.
they trade up, dude.
Yeah.
What do
I
you,
think
what do you
they'd
think
be more
about
interested in-
Lindstrom later? In the,
I think they'd be Alec Lindstrom. I mean, day 3.
I
Okay,
would trade.
cool.
I would trade back.
The
if
That's
perfect
what I think they're
scenario-
going to be into. Is
Yeah.
trading
Perfect
back.
scenario, to be honest.
Because
For-
it's tricky being at 29 because of the dynamics. You're going to get the vast majority of the top talent, obviously, in the first portion. And it would be one thing if we made it to the conference championship and earned the 29th pick. Obviously, that wasn't the case. But, I mean, I don't think personally it would be a good idea to trade things away right now. If anything, it would be, if you don't like what's at 29, then move back a little bit, accrue some more capital so you can take a few more swings.
The perfect
what
scenario
about
with the
concerns
line,
with
though,
Ross
is
being
One at a
fine?
time. One at a
say-
time. Go ahead, Dustin, and then Russell.
I would have to say us signing like a James Daniel, and then like locking down left tackle with the Eric Fisher. See, and then you can see if Linderbaum falls, then you can just grab Linderbaum and just have CO. So now the whole line is really, really locked down with no, question marks with the Austin Jackson or Eichenberg or Dieter. Now you got left tackle is Fisher, left guard is Daniel, then Linderbaum is center, Hunt right tackle, and then Collins. Hopefully we get Collins for right tackle. Then
You see the
then run it, you know what I mean?
Okorafor signing?
Mm-hmm.
What I was
Buddy,
going to say.
Did you see the money the Jags gave my boy Foye Aluakin today?
no.
He's that Jets guy, right?
Bro, did the Jets sign him or was it the Jags?
No, the Jets.
Jags signed him.
The
Yeah,
Jags.
but
signed
wasn't
him.
he on the Jets?
No, he's from the Falcons.
Oh yeah,
The linebacker.
right,
Foyesade
yeah.
Aluakun or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foyesade Aluakin.
Yeah.
Is there another center in this draft that fits our system or no? that you would take?
Well, Linderbaum fits.
Well,
but
other
one
than
of it.
Linderbaum.
It's not a good center class.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The
From
last
you
two
and
couple
other
years,
people.
the last couple years have been very top heavy at center, going back to when Biotish and Cesar Ruiz in 2020. So
Taking a step back this year.
I would have rather dealt with this in free agency
For sure.
because Dieter's not the answer. I'm sorry.
And you could tell it's a weak center class because they went off the board quick today.
Brother Tommy, I would love Trevor Penning, left tackle at 29. I just don't know if he's going to be there.
Yeah. I think
He's climbing boards.
Yeah. That's the one thing that we talked about it. They haven't done anything about the line. Like, I think the most ideal situation always was to get your offensive lineman in free agency and allow yourself that flexibility in the draft. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, they could still get some quality guys and it could still turn out well. So,
yeah, I mean, it's only day one of tampering. Free agency hasn't even opened, and people are like ready to lose their minds and such. Like,
yeah, I'm pretty satisfied right now, honestly.
Yeah, patience is a virtue. Like, freaking practice it, people.
Patience is the way of the
I give it a B right now. If they get the right pieces on the O line, I'll give them an A for the free agency.
Yeah,
But you know why
we came
people
a long way
aren't
with a lot
having
of
the
secondary
patience?
pieces today. A lot of secondary pieces that where now we need the like you said, reason the needle movers.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now we need the needle movers to know which direction we're going in, and then we'll have a clear idea for the draft.
Yeah.
Hey, you know why we don't have the patience? Because of last year. Look at what we did last year in free agency. Sitting here watching everyone.
But we're clearly doing something right now. It's not like we sat on our hands today.
No,
They've made smart, efficient moves with their money. They're not, because people need to realize they only have. Look at how many they've already only added. 3 new bodies, and they re-signed Ogbah, and Gesicki signed his tender, and they only have like $25 million right now. So right now they're probably doing their homework on who is a realistic that we're in advanced talk with that we got to make cap for, and who are we making that cap with?
Exactly. I'm looking at the names
and how much.
Jason, I like Sean Ryan, the left tackle out of UCLA as well. I'd take him in the second round. When people were talking about taking him in the first round in early mocks, I was cringing, but I'm fine with him in the second.
Yeah.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, Pyro. I know you're trying to say something.
Oh no, I was just saying. It's just like you said, they're being smart with it, and they're trying to figure out what caps they're gonna have leading up to the draft. So it's smart, and people just impatient. Most of these people are really trying to hope that Watt's gonna come here.
I mean, we're gonna. Yeah,
he's not. I know.
We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out quick, like what happens. I mean, once free agency officially opens, I mean, names are gonna fly, off the board pretty quick. So, we don't have that much longer to wait. It's
I think it's going to continue to be relatively interesting till then. We still have tomorrow.
Well, exactly. And then you got the first day of free agency. This is what I was telling people. Everyone was like, we need to add Amari Cooper. And then I'm sure when people saw my free agency mock, they were like, oh, shit, there's not a lot of sexy names on that other than Terron Armstead. And that's because I was telling, did people think they were going to go sign a $15 to $18 million receiver and go sign a $20 million offensive lineman and then sign another offense? Like, come on, man. That's not smart. You got to have over $100 million to start making those kind of moves in cap space. We didn't have that. We had like 49 million heading into today, or like 41 million or something like that. So, like, man, come on. And the other things I do like, Chase Edmonds, young, not a lot of wear on the tires, still has a ceiling. Cedrick Wilson, buried behind Gallup, Lamb, and Cooper, huge ceiling for the kid, young still. Like, what?
Oh my! I'm sorry. I just seeing a stupid comment TD made on Twitter.
And then Bridgewater. They got a guy who the whole time I was saying, bring in a backup that can at least go 500 if Tua gets hurt.
No, that was perfect. That was perfect. And I'm so glad they were not going to be like, yeah, Brissett will be fine. Thank God for that.
Dude, and I'm fine. I'm fine with Gesicki at 1 year at $10.8 million to see what he can do in McDaniel's offense. That's basically a 1 year show and prove me. That's what it is.
Again, man, I think they've been pretty masterful, and I don't say that very often about the Dolphins, and I actually think that they've done damn well.
When you sign someone to a franchise tag, they don't count against the cap, right? Or is it?
Yeah, it
am I
does.
making stuff
They do.
up?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I thought I saw that somewhere.
have you seen enough on Cedrick Wilson to kind of give us in detail what he can actually bring to this offense?
That's going to be your starting. That's going to be your starting slot receiver. Talking about a guy who stems routes really well. He's a pretty good route runner, good twitch, good body shiftiness. He's very quick, explosive in and out of his breaks. He averaged 3.5 yards of separation per route ran last year.
Yeah, I heard
one
you.
of the best.
How big is he?
Him and Waddle.
He's
got
6'2". Yeah, I think he's 6'2", 2. What was he? 2? Is he 197 or 210 or something? I had it up.
I think it was 197.
Hey, that ain't bad.
I think he's 197.
He's 200. He's 200 pounds.
No, hey, he gets a lot of yards after.
Yeah, he's a yak monster.
I dig
all
it, bro.
day.
I dig it.
And that's
That's what you
something that
need. That's what you
McDaniel's
need.
been preaching is
Yeah, he's 6'2". He's 6'2", 197. He's 27 years old.
And he's a willing blocker too.
Yeah, man, he's actually a good blocker. That's one of the most underrated parts of his game.
Yep.
That I think that's going to end up being a more interesting pickup. Than
Well, it makes you wonder what they're doing with Bowden.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Bowden has to earn it though. He has to come to camp.
And he is previous regime's guy too.
But this tells you, Waddle going to be operating as probably mainly the Z this year. That's basically what they're telling you.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
He's going to be the motion guy, motion boundary guy and such. That's what they're going to use him as.
As he should.
And that's why McDaniel.
And these additions, unless Gesicki is your playing at X, Gesicki going to be used as a tight end this year. He is not going to be taking snaps away from Cedrick Wilson in the slot, I don't think.
Yeah, I like it though, man. I like it. I like what they're doing so far.
Yeah, man. It's like people are
I'm
just
encouraged.
like, what did I say? I think it was like last night or this morning. I said something to the effect of, here, let me just see what I said. I said something about like everyone wants splash. Like this is why I can't complain. Yeah. I said,
Just don't get your panties in a knot, man.
Okay, this is what I said. I said 13 hours until the tampering window is open and the anticipation is real. People want money thrown around and splash signings to brag about, but I want the right smart moves made to get the Dolphins all the flexibility possible during the draft.
Yeah, bro, I don't care about being the champion of the offseason,
No,
bro.
how many times have we won the offseason? We ain't won shit in the regular season, bro.
Exactly.
Screw all that noise. Like, I would have loved to have gotten J.C. Jackson. Like, I would have loved that personally. Byron can say bye-bye, but we don't necessarily need that. And that certainly has not been the winning ticket for us, even though that is what we've consistently done. So,
Reason, you know what this tells me? It tells me, you can throw money around to the big guys when it opens up on tampering. But it tells me McDaniel is doing his homework on these guys. He knows what he wants, and he let Greer know, this is what I want, this is what I need. Please get it done. And now Greer's getting it done.
I love it.
Look at the Jags. Do we really think they're going to be this good? Because they're making all these signings. Exactly. Like they're going to be sucky next year.
It comes down to coaching, really, man.
Just say sucky.
Well, what do you want me to
just say they're gonna be shit next year? Jesus.
Yeah.
Man.
Use your big boy word.
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay to be PG.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, after we're done here, I'll warm his
kids
bottle up.
watching. Kids watching. Reason.
Yo, I still think that they're
do it for the children.
I still think they're well hunting though, but you got
somebody think of the kids. What?
No,
I mean, offensive line is where they should be whale hunting if they're gonna.
Yeah, it is. That's what it looks like they're trying to do, right? So
you got to be patient.
I'm fine with it.
Exactly.
I'm fine with it.
And it looks like Destin. It looks like Armstead's waiting out to see if the Saints have a chance at Watson.
That's what I'm saying. It's ironic that we're kind of still in a way waiting
all these chess
Watson.
pieces.
Yeah.
But
what I mean?
So is Watson really the domino? How ironic that is.
Hey.
How ironic is it that Watson is not the domino for us to get Armstead?
But you want to know something? I'm so glad he's not
what
even.
What Flores got to say about it?
No chance of him coming here. I'm just happy we're sticking with Tua.
Flores right now is he's picking up Mitch Trubisky from the airport. That's
exactly
what he's doing right now.
Can you believe that?
My guy.
He's the
What?
chauffeur in the back.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe
No,
that.
Uber
sign by
because he's
Pittsburgh.
only a linebacker coach. He Ubers in his off time.
And
Nice.
That
go
signing
pick up
actually shocked me
Good
today.
for him. I'm proud. I'm proud.
Yeah, I
of
thought Trubisky was going to go to the
What
Giants.
shocked you, Todd Trubisky?
Yeah, I couldn't.
What did
believe
you say
Pittsburgh
about
put-
Dwayne Haskins?
Yeah,
He's really bad.
Yeah,
Right?
it's interesting.
Like a 200-pound paperweight? Is that what he is? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I thought Trubisky was going to New York for sure.
Me too.
Yeah, so did I.
Me too. Yeah.
Trubisky said, let me ball out here in Pittsburgh. Okay. Him and Mason Rudolph. What a quarterback battle. Steeler fans must be prepared
and
for.
to be honest with you, I'm glad we didn't go after Saquon with the trade.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, for sure.
I want Saquon.
100%.
I
No.
want
I did not want to trade for him, man. The man's injured. You want to talk about? Everybody wants to get rid of Parker.
My thing with him is it's not injury prone, really, I'm worried about. It's what the injuries have done to him that I'm worried about. Like
Yeah.
that
True.
man has
100%.
never mind losing a step. That guy's lost like 2 or 3, bro.
But here's the thing, though.
Residual.
He's not like a. It's not the same effect. That's what I was telling you guys last night. I think you stepped away. I was saying like Saquon.
He's a committee
is like, how
back
big
now?
is- Huh?
Are you trying? Were you saying that he's like a committee back now instead of a lead guy?
That too, but it's the fact that his
mean-
Saquon is not like the same as a losing a step as a the Panthers running back. What's his name?
Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey, where his whole game is speed and being a receiving back. Bro, Saquon, how big is Saquon, bro? Like Saquon can still drop his shoulder and be an effective back. You see what I'm saying? Like even if because Saquon, to be honest, he had a couple steps to lose and still be an effective back.
It's just like he doesn't have that same burst and short area quickness that he was known for that got him to that second gear and that got him to that second level anymore. And that was like one of his those were 2 of his like elite physical traits, and he doesn't have them anymore. Like I don't know, man. It's worried.
That's huge.
And that's big in this
huge.
system. That's big in this system.
Because you got to be quick getting down to the edge, right?
To the outside.
Because
Yeah.
when we played the Giants, I noticed that.
Yeah, you guys don't
doesn't
use
have
him as a
that-
gap guy, right?
Yeah. I was like, why is he? He just it doesn't look like his rookie year, and I was like, like the quickness, the explosiveness, it wasn't there anymore.
My
That was my biggest concern.
That's
right there.
huge. That's huge.
His
Yeah.
vision more than anything, to be honest with you.
His vision's still elite. That'll never go
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
Bro, he likes to bounce it. Even his rookie year, he likes to bounce it, bro. Even if there's a hole up the middle, he's like, bro, if I can bounce it. I mean, part of that has to do with that online though. But Saquon's like, bro, if there's a chance I can bounce it, I'm jumping out.
You know what ruined him was being drafted by the Giants on that terrible turf up there. That turf has torn up more people on that
just
field.
stopped that getting drafted by the Giants, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say,
how many people have gotten hurt on that field? How many people have gotten hurt?
Yeah, but Saquon's like a Derrick Rose, where he's like over here doing so much, like you just tear up your body.
Bro, don't bring that up. My heart broke when Derrick Rose tore his leg up, bro.
You remember?
That guy was the most dynamic
playoffs,
basketball player. Oh, buddy,
man.
That guy was an MVP, bro. That guy, we got robbed of a potentially elite basketball career with Derrick Rose. And the crazy thing is, he's still productive. He's just efficient now.
Playing.
That's all he is.
But that's what I mean with Saquon. He's still he's so athletic that his come down, he's average now. You know what I mean? Like,
hey,
Derrick
reason,
Rose,
by the
bro,
way, it just popped up on my phone that they did take Hall off of life support. Rest in peace.
No, he's still breathing.
Is it? It just popped up. They were taking him off.
No, they took him off life support. When I saw the update was about before I went live, so an hour and a half ago, he had been off life support for 4 hours and he was still breathing by himself.
Wow.
Need a miracle, but bro, listen, man. That guy growing up, man, that guy like was one of my
him and Nash
man.
changed wrestling.
Bro. Dude, it's such a sad situation, man. Like, and the crazy thing is it was a hip replacement and a blood clot.
Yeah. Yep.
And then 3 heart attacks off the blood clot. Like, brutal. He had 3 heart attacks in one night.
And he's still
and he lived, bro. He just went into like in a coma, right? And they put him on life support.
When did this happen?
Saturday night. Is when he had the heart attack.
A huge deal, man.
But imagine you're about to go under the knife for a hip replacement. You're smiling at everyone, normal procedure.
And then all of a sudden, yeah.
Like shout out to Rhino. Rhino's father, when he was I believe 96 or so, he got a hip replacement and he lived through it, right? For another 2 years, right? So
But that's the thing about surgery. Like whenever you go under the knife, you never know.
You never know, right? Like even with the what's it called?
Especially when you're old too.
No, what's the stuff they give you to put you under?
Anesthesia.
Even that stuff can kill you, right?
Oh yeah, that's why those guys make so much money.
Yeah.
Especially when you like old people too, when they have to have surgery, they're obviously more brittle in a lot of ways. So
yeah,
bro.
Do you see the money CJ Uzma just got
from the Jets? Yeah,
$8 million per year over 3 years.
Uzama, yeah.
Who?
CJ Uzma,
CJ Uzama,
the tight end
from
from
the Bengals.
Yeah.
He was a free agent.
Yeah.
That's why they got Ingram probably.
Hey, the Jets look to be doing some moves now.
They won't be good. They suck.
Yeah, I know they're still going to suck, but at least
they could get Tom Brady and they would.
My question is, what are they doing with Lakin?
Bro.
What are they doing with Lakin Tomlinson? You already had Elijah Vera-Tucker. Who's going to right guard?
Can he play? Can't Lakin play both or no?
I've only ever seen him as a left guard. I haven't looked
Do you
into
move
him
Tucker?
as
Do you
a
move
right guard.
Tucker?
Let me look at his snaps. Hold on.
I really want to Varios.
I would think they would probably move Tucker over, if anything. Yeah, I don't know, but
dude, why you drafted him in like the top 15?
First round.
Like,
what? My thinking with Lakin moving over
really
is because
good.
he's the vet, so he could handle it better.
I mean, that's fair. I don't know.
That's a disaster waiting to happen. Let me see. Lakin. Exactly by his snaps.
I don't know, my man.
Yeah, left guard in 2021, all at left guard. 2020.
Oh shit.
All at left guard. 2019, I apologize. All at left guard. 2018. You get where I'm going here?
And you got you got to
left guard. Yeah. Let's go to his rookie year. 2015.
And shout outs to McDaniel for talking
left
to
guard
for taking such a team friendly contract. That contract Ogbah signed was team friendly, which was impressive.
Oh, sorry. He played what?
I think they've done great, man.
65 snaps at right guard in 2016. If that counts.
He's a left
He's
guard.
got some experience.
And let's check. Elijah Tucker last year.
Edmonds signing is probably the best one. That's my favorite, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Elijah just played at left guard all last year.
Yeah, left guard.
He had 1,027 snaps at left guard.
Then I don't know, man.
So you guys worried about the Jets?
No,
bro.
No.
I'm just saying.
And the Patriots are weaker now that J.C. Jackson's gone.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I think they are wild to let him go.
Yeah, they are
like
wild.
what?
And
is wrong
Chargers just got stronger.
And JC didn't go anywhere near $20 million on that contract. That was a very low
the
low end of what I thought he was going to get.
Yeah,
the Chargers are legit. Yeah, they're legit.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch them not make the playoffs again.
I don't know. Yeah. I was another one of my dream scenarios was getting Howard and Jackson together.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No
that
matter
was what they wanted to do, man.
Yeah, and then you also imagine Holland. Those three guys in the secondary, bro. Like we'd be picking balls all day.
Byron made sure to ruin that by getting his contract fully guaranteed with the surgery.
Yeah. Chad Ochocinco saying he texted Arthur Blank to tell him to go get Allen Robinson.
I'd have
Someone was telling me that we could keep all three. We could get JC and then keep X and then Byron. I'm like,
for 1 year. You could for 1 year.
Screw that though.
But because then you're out for Byron is next in the next off season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just get rid of him now, and then bring in Jackson. You might as well.
The problem is the fucking guy played us, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's surgery. Smart. Hey, get your money, young man.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna knock you, but like he got us good, right? Like he got us.
Yeah.
He got the dub on that one. Let's put it that way.
Another way in which that signing screwed us.
Yeah.
Freaking Flores.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The same thing.
I told you.
I think
Look, he's
I'll be quiet. Be quiet. Stop rubbing it in, Dylan.
He's an all right corner, but they never should have paid him like one of the best in the league, bro. Like, then it caused too many other ripples, man.
Brian Flores.
Yeah, what a fucking douche.
And you know what? He was never, and it's not like he's a game changer with interceptions either.
That's why. Look, he's a solid.
Catch a football.
He got no interceptions again this year. Yeah, no, like, and he definitely needs help over the top. Like, if he didn't have Xavier Howard on the other side and Javon Holland in the back there, like, he wouldn't have done as well. Like, and
because
he still only did okay. Like,
because he's not a man. Because he's not a man guy. He's a zone guy.
Zone.
Yeah, like I know. That's
he's
why.
a zone corner playing man, bro.
Yeah, that's basically what he is. Like, overly, and the reason why he can play man a little bit is because of his athleticism.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
he would be perfect in San Francisco's defense.
I think he's like, I think they overpaid, but I still think he's been a pretty decent signing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, he isn't a bust. I'll say that.
No, and it's not like teams are out there lighting him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's played well. He's played well.
Christian Kirk lit him up once. Christian Kirk lit him up.
That's how I got $21 million a year, bro.
That's
Heath Finn says now he's more excited for the coast to coast game this year. Yes, we play the Chargers this season.
He usually has like one. He probably gets blown up at least like once a couple games.
Yeah,
Byron's good. Like, I give the signing like a 6.8 out of 10.
But I will give him props for this year. If he played with those injuries all year and he still was pretty effective when he played.
People don't forget he goes up against a lot of number ones too, right?
Yeah, and he played it pretty successful for having a problem with your Achilles. That's a big thing.
If we paid him 12 to 13 million a year, I'd be giving this like an 8.5 out of 10 signing. But because we paid him as much as we did, and Dylan's right, the ripple effects, like
it caused too many other issues.
The X things that it caused was a headache. It caused way too much drama. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like,
and if we never had him on
solid player, but like, I need you to be elite if I'm gonna get that kind of drama. You know what I mean?
We paid him
being a Brian Flores guy.
Yeah, look, at the time.
Why do you think they're trying to get rid of him, Todd?
At the time, he got paid like the top cornerback in the league. Now, it didn't take long for a couple
like 3
other
months, I think, right?
Yeah, it didn't take long for a couple other, like Ramsey and whoever, but like for
Darius
a short
Slay.
bit there, he was the number, and he was never that caliber, is not that caliber of a player. Like,
But we gotta remember,
if he wasn't here, not only maybe would we not have had all the problems with X, or at least not nearly as much, but maybe we would be able to have gotten Jackson.
Now, let me ask you this.
We swept in at that last second to get him because we missed out on.
Yeah.
So
that's why we overpaid. That's why we overpaid.
He was going to sign with the Raiders, so we don't even know what the Raiders are going to offer him. We just had to come in the last second, be like, bro, screw that offer. Here, get this.
Like, did you see what Omar said today, boys?
No.
Where he's talking about how like free agency is kind of like eBay, where you put in your highest bid and you hope that that's the one they pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what we did.
That makes sense.
Like with Byron,
because the only team. Sorry, I'll let you go. The only teams that are going to find out what other teams are offering is the team that player's originally with, because they'll try to leverage the team they're originally with those other offers. But like, if the Raiders and the Dolphins are offering, they're not going to, unless they have people in the building, they're not going to find out what each other are offering.
Yeah.
So like
Anyways,
with your eBay reference, it's like the bid is closing. You know what I mean? Like, and you click the last
second,
right before, and then you get it. But it's like, well, shit, you did overpay because you're the last person.
How many times that's happened to me, bro? Where I'm like, I put it in with like 50 seconds left, and I expect someone's gonna come in, and it doesn't. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? It's actually
I wasn't really that excited.
It's happened with a couple of cards, to be honest with you, where I've been like, I didn't think I was gonna get it. I got it, and I was like, oh, okay, I got to pay for a card. All right,
nice.
Hey, Reason, is there a corner that you could see dropping that you'd want to pick up just in case X, or not X,
bro? If Derek Stingley falls, I don't know how high Trent McDuffie's gonna go. I'm not going to talk about Sauce because he'll be gone. But there's like 4 or 5 good corners, but we don't need a corner, bro.
Yeah,
we
don't. You just brought Needham. You got Needham on a tender.
Yeah, they
but I'm saying a piece of it. I'm saying if we can get out of Byron Jones next year, somebody that can go slide in right afterwards.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're gonna be stuck with him this year, regardless, I think we are afforded a little bit of time. You know,
Like, you know who might be there at 29 is shout out to my team, the Gators. Elam might be there at 29. He's pretty good. He's been pretty underrated.
Bro, we need an X, bro.
We need an X.
Yeah, we need an X. I don't like other people talk about other positions that there, and I'm like, bro, we need an X. Like every time, I'm like, bro. Oh man, I wish we could get Drake London, bro.
I know, Joe. I'm telling you, the guy who fits that X profile, Destin, George Pickens, bro.
Yeah, but see,
and you don't have to get him that high.
Yeah. What do you think he goes? Second.
He's gonna go in the second or the third, I think.
I think he goes third. He's a second round talent, but I think he goes third because of off the field, even off on the field stuff.
Yeah, he got serious red flags off the field.
In other words, we would have to take him in the second. No, we'd have to take him in the second. We're at the bottom of the third, so we'd have to take him. Yeah, we'd have to take him in the second to get him.
What's his red flags off the field?
Here's the thing with his red flags, though. He's an aggressive guy.
He punched a teammate in the face.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you see the Georgia Tech game when he got into a fight? Like he punches everybody. But then you think like you want blockers as receiver, right?
Yeah.
He's not getting pushed around. You're not.
He ain't getting pushed around for sure.
Did you ever see that clip? Did you ever see that clip of that coach that was like, I think it was like Pee Wee football or something like that, but he like started punching the kids in the head.
Oh my God!
No,
that's what. That's what. Yeah, it was a big deal, and he like got in a lot of trouble for it, obviously. But like,
Jesus Christ,
with their helmets on.
But yeah, he would like full on like swinging at these kids, like punching them in the head and shit.
I'm telling you, I was surprised there wasn't a parent going to jail for running on the field.
I would have gone to jail. Are you kidding me?
That's what
I would have been in jail.
Sounds like to me though is like.
Wait, what school was it? What school was it?
I don't remember. It
wasn't school. It was like it was a peewee. It was like they were like 10, 11 years old kids.
They were little kids, man, and he was like full on swinging like he was
like football type of.
And he wasn't a small guy. He wasn't a small guy at all.
Burly dude.
Anyway. John, basically what's happened with him is like he punched a teammate in the face. He's been suspended for violating team rules. He has punched another player in a game and been ejected from a game for punching a player. And his own coach called him undisciplined.
Really? Okay.
So that's why actually he was all the way down. If it wasn't for the off-field red flags, Pickens would have been higher on my board.
How high?
He would have been vying for top. I might have bumped Watson down to 6, Bell down to 7, and he probably would have slid in at 5. To be honest with you,
yeah,
maybe even 4. It would have been him or Garrett Wilson between 4 and 5, and then Jameson, London, and Burks. That probably wouldn't have changed.
Yeah.
Pickens would have been right there.
Because you got to think people who are teams who are gonna be willing to take a risk on a guy like that who has anger issues or whatever. You definitely don't want to. Yeah, I mean, like you definitely don't want to take them in the first round for the draft capital, but you're also obviously giving them more money too, and that could only compound the issue. The more money and stuff that you get, the more they feel whatever compelled.
But here's the thing, how bad is
that guy's got fantastic hands, and he's such a physically gifted athlete. It's ridiculous, and he's
raw.
A very good route runner. He's got a pretty extensive tree at Georgia that I noticed. So
man, but
somebody just needs to straighten him out.
Where's the when you? This is football, bro. Like certain
Mark
guys
Lewinsky signed with the Giants.
Who?
Mark Lewinsky, just another offensive lineman. Nothing major.
What were you saying, Destin, about Pickens?
Sorry. Pickens, like he reminds me of one of those guys who got put into football because he had like anger issues at school, and he just ended up being really good. Like,
channel it through hitting people in football.
Yeah,
boxing may have been the better option, but
Bro, I just saw this headline. High school hockey player decides to call it a career, runs up into the stands to fight a parent, and it looks like he's about to hit a woman. Parents in the stands. Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh man.
Fuck it, I'm retiring in high school to fight a parent.
Hey, by the way,
Hey,
Reason,
man, live your best life, I guess.
Your Pittsburgh team played a good game against the Panthers.
Yeah, what are you gonna say about after it though?
Did they win? Penguins?
No.
Don't act like you don't know the answer, John.
They did not win.
We gave Carolina the work yesterday.
Run
though.
after the catch ability. He doesn't really do too.
Yeah, he's okay after the catch. It's because, like, what's crazy about his 40 time is he doesn't look like a top end burner on film, right?
But he gets open on him.
Yeah, he's a good separator, bro. He's a very good separator. Bro, I'm telling you, this guy would be top 5 if it wasn't for the off-field issues and
God,
the ACL tear.
And yeah, I was about to say the ACL tear too.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if we have this, could be a whole different type of receiving core with people who can get separation. It's going to be a beautiful thing.
Bro, I just got to go back to hockey for 1 second.
They'll scheme it though too.
It could be worse. I could have been a Leafs fan. You know how many of my buddies went to that Heritage Classic yesterday? The outdoor
Oh my
game,
god!
just
and
to watch them
Matthews
get their
got
ass,
suspended.
and then just watch their ass get kicked by.
And then their
Buffalo.
best player gets suspended.
Amazing. It's amazing. I lived vicariously through that. What about another guy that's on the board too, still out there, Morgan Moses?
Yeah, I was actually just going to ask you about some other potential options.
Trent Brown
is still out there. So there are still options.
He can play left or right.
Yeah.
Trent Brown can play left or right.
I guess Trent
Now,
Brown if you can't.
what's Trent going to get? What's Trent going to get, though?
What's who going to get? Sorry, I didn't hear.
Trent. What do you think, Trent?
Like, I see 10 to 12.
Yeah, do it up, man. Do it up.
Isn't he a big boy though? He's for that outside zone.
I'm all right.
He's a decent boy, but he can move.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's when I seen him, Buddy looked like a tackle version of Solomon Kinley.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He's not like he's 6'8", 380.
Did Peters ever retire? Yeah. Man, he's like 40 years old. Has Peters retired?
Hell no, they didn't win. Panthers all day, baby. Florida born. I appreciate $2 donation, but go fuck yourself. Thank you very much. Still love you though, bro. Don't talk about me.
Blackhawks have been doing pretty good lately.
Oh yeah. Is climbing out of the cellar yet, or what?
Kind of. No. We won like 2 games.
That's why I can't take this. I can't take this Panthers nonsense because we all know what it's going to be. First round. Good night. Pack your bags, boys. You're going home.
What will you do if they win the first round, especially against the Penguins?
They're not going to play us in the first round because they're not in the Metro.
Okay, well, what if they beat in the second round?
They got to get there first. When was the last time they got to the second round? 1996.
Oh, look.
Literally, I'm not even lying. I think it was when they beat us in the Eastern Conference Finals, the year of the rat.
Yeah.
That might be the last time they got to the second round.
Hey, you got to give them credit with the coaching change and everything. They're still playing pretty good.
You don't hand out. I'm not here for participation trophies. You don't get regular season trophies where I'm from, bro. I need to see championships. Especially if all you Panther fans are going to come up here and talk smack. How many championships do the Panthers have as an organization? As many as the Carolina Panthers have as an organization. Okay.
They have not made it past the second round since.
Oh, wait.
1996. The reason was on the dot.
I told y'all. Out here talking smack to me. It's been 25 years since you've been in the second round, bro. What are you guys trying to be, the Dolphins? Are the Panthers trying to be Dolphins, bro? Are they becoming aquatic animals now, or what?
Stop.
I'm about to head out.
My team has 3
right,
championships in recent memory. I said at least my team has 3 championships in recent memory.
Dude, hey, I'm not a big baseball fan, but did you see Peter Alonso's car flip?
Yeah, that was
yeah, I did. That was
dude.
Crazy.
That car was destroyed, and he walked away from it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. Yeah.
I'm lucky.
All right, so let's get to some final thoughts here. I expect basically, I think some more moves will happen tomorrow, but it's all gonna be for Terron Armstead. Watson might be the domino for Terron Armstead. That might be what he's waiting on with the Saints. But there's other options out there.
Mm-hmm.
So
you don't have to have an elite.
Don't pigeonhole yourself to one guy. But John, we'll go through you. Final thoughts.
John.
Oh,
which one? Wicked?
The one next to me. The one
Okay.
next to me.
I really like the signings. I think we've been smart, like Reason said. Just get O-line, and I'm fine with free agency. Go Dolphins, of course.
What? Just Deshaun Watson has completed his meetings with the Saints and the Panthers, according to lead sources.
I thought something happened.
Oh my God!
There it is.
Team sent their top people, and they had to meet him in Houston. Mickey Loomis, Dennis Allen, and Panthers sent David Tepper and Matt Rule.
Wow.
Well,
I
that's
didn't
not
see
a
no
good thing.
Dolphins. No
At least
Dolphins.
they didn't.
Yeah, I see that.
They probably should not have sent Matt.
Well,
Rule.
things are
He's
moving
not
quick,
good.
man.
Yeah.
I
All
see
right.
the Dolphins ain't involved.
Sorry, my bad, guys. Todd,
Thank
go
God.
ahead.
I'm just I'm kind of hoping Terron Armstead, we don't sign that. I don't want to give somebody who misses so much time that much money.
It's a lot of money.
I would be much happier with like a Fisher and drafts, on the left side, because that's not his blind side. If I'm gonna pay that type of money, I want to do it on his right side.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I would definitely rather go to Fisher and Collins or Fisher and some Moses on the right side than just get him for the left.
Yeah.
But fins up, everybody.
Sprinkle the money around.
Mm-hmm.
King Z305, go ahead, buddy.
Sprinkle it in. Sprinkle it.
Excited so far with what the team has done. I think it's really smart on how they're, processing all the free agents, and I just keeping my trust in Mike McDaniel. Fins up.
Pyro, your final thoughts, dude.
Well, I just gotta say that it's not flashy, and that's one thing, and it's smart. It's not trying. They're not trying to, oh, look at us. We just reset the market on this position. It's like, no, we're just, going in there, being smart, and just trying to, spread this money evenly around the team. And, we're trying to get back the players that really on the defense side of the ball that really, kind of carried this team a little bit. So we're just being smart. And I like that. That it's the Mike Daniel effect, man.
Mm-hmm. Don't be idiots in free agency.
Exactly.
49 out of the nation. The Chargers roster looks elite until you consider the fact that they'll all be on IR by week 2.
Damn.
Oh, why you gotta do my boy Derwin James and Bosa like that?
That is
and about being and not being idiots. We're leaving that to the Jacksonville Jaguars this year. Let them be idiots and break the markets for everybody.
Comment of the day goes to Daniel. Dylan, you're up.
Thanks for having me. It was fun to be up. Been a minute. Been super busy. But yeah, man. No, I think it's been solid. Just to the same points. Like, we're usually the ones who are just tossing money around flagrantly, like we're assholes or like we're college kids in Vegas or something, right? Like, I'm good on that. We've seen too much of that. I think what they've done is great. They secured a couple of their own guys, Ogbah, Needham, Gesicki, right? And they brought in a couple guys that are going to be good for what we're trying to do. So the only thing, again, for me, the only thing is they do need to not miss out on some of these veteran guys. They do need to pull the trigger soon on something and make something happen because, we want at least a little bit of flexibility going into the draft, So other than that, let's do it. I'm going to be in Vegas too, by the way, for the draft.
Nice.
So.
There we go.
Nice.
Dylan's going to be gambling his life
I'm
away.
trying to work it out.
I am actually going to hit the casinos. I got a plan.
There you go.
Oh, here we go.
Everybody.
Here we go. Everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face.
Hey, everybody start donating now for his
I'm gonna see Dylan on the latest episode of Pawn Stars trying to get his way back home because he lost his shirt at the casino, bro.
I swear my plan was going to work.
Well, I hope his plan isn't counting cards.
Machine.
I hope it's not counting cards because that's not gonna end well.
It's not even.
Exactly.
It's not even a card game that I.
And it's better than Henry Ruggs' plan, right?
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Considering I don't really
Why'd you
drink,
do?
yes.
Okay.
Hopefully you don't do like Alvin Kamara.
I already got a leg up there.
Oh, there you go. Or be Alvin Kamara.
Yeah.
Go to the Rippers. Go to the Rippers and just let loose on the hose.
Yeah, don't beat nobody up in the elevator, man. Calm it down.
Oh my god. Wicked Fubar, go ahead, bro. You're awesome.
Hey, thanks for having me on again. Watching it this morning, I really like the moves, and I think, to what everybody said, I think what's refreshing for us as Dolphins fan is the offseason so far. It shows that Greer, McDaniel, the front office, they have a plan, and they're sticking to the plan. They've even talked about the plan, so they're not hiding anything from us. They've told us this is what we're doing. We're sticking with Tua. We're going to do X, Y, and Z, and so far they've done that. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about where we're going to go from here. I agree. We need to maybe pull the trigger a little bit faster on a veteran O-line person, because I think we all know that one or two veteran O-linemen would go a long way to helping the rest of the guys we have there, or anybody we bring in the draft.
Yeah.
I think that would be, critical for us. But I'm so excited we got Ogbah back. I really like the running back pickup. I was, my son was talking about him, but I kind of dismissed him. And when that came down, he came down and basically, I told you, Dad, I told you. And I was like, hey, you're right. I'll take it. I was wrong, but he was like, I told you. And I was like, all right, obviously you play fantasy football better than me, kid. So, but yeah, it was.
You made a good point. You brought something up into my mind that I was thinking about yesterday, actually, when you said they've told us. You know what I've been thinking about lately over the past couple of days? Notice how whenever Flores or Greer said something that could be construed and, Tua haters tried to make it literal what they were saying about Tua. You know what I mean? Like, you got to believe what they're saying about Tua. They're telling you right now. But yet, all of a sudden, at the same time, those same people, you can't listen to what they're saying about Watson. They're still in. Yeah, they're still in. It's like, which one is it? Is it we're only supposed to take their word when it fits your agenda? Like, this is where I don't get. You gotta take their word for it if those comments aren't in Tua's favor. But if it's not in favor of getting Watson, they're not telling us the truth. They've got to be working the phones. Where people not realizing that it's not about them working the phones. It's not about what they want. Watson don't want to come here. It's about what Watson wants with the no trade clause. People still clinging on to him waiving his no trade clause prior to the trade deadline, when our team and our staff looked a whole hell of a lot different. People are that naive and ignorant, thinking the landscape hasn't changed in the past 3 months. I can't help it.
The Flores aspect of it is a huge piece too.
I agree. I think the Flores not being there is huge.
I bet you some of these people don't even know he has a no trade clause.
That's the reason why he's not a Dolphin, is because Flores is gone.
Yeah.
I bet you some of these people don't even know he has a no trade clause.
And he knows. But I just listened to this and I'm like, y'all were the same people telling us to take everything literal that the coach and the GM were saying if it pertained to anything that could be used negatively against Tua. But now when we're out, we've closed the door. People are out here, they haven't closed the door. They're not. Well, I was like, pick one, bro. You just can't believe them when it fits what you want.
You don't take those kind of people serious.
To that point, last year when all this talk was going on, Watson and his agent wouldn't even entertain a conversation with the Panthers. The fact that they went and they met with both the Panthers and New Orleans tells you that he has moved on from the Dolphins.
It's over.
His camp is out there.
And now it's working out and Castro looks like a genius, because by holding out, he's going to get more and he's going to get him to the NFC.
Absolutely, which is what he wants to do.
Bro, did you see what they did today? They're the ones that turned down Indianapolis. Houston said no.
That's right. You can't talk to a division rival.
Yeah.
Hey, but he has two teams battling for him right now.
Yeah.
He's going to raise the price with having the Saints and Carolina going at it.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
hey, Tony,
they're going to win that.
I don't know if you said that just because of who we're talking about or whatever, but appreciate it, bud.
Spa day. It's a spa day.
Okay, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I know J Love and Florida Born just joined, but we hit the 2-hour mark, so we'll talk backstage. Guys, until next time, I'll see y'all tomorrow. And honestly, I was holding out today because I was waiting for a bigger domino to fall. But when the Cedrick one fell, I'm like, that's all they're doing. They're not dropping a big one. If something big drops tomorrow, I'll be all over it. If something big drops tonight, I'll be all over it. But until tomorrow at the latest, Fins up all day, every day. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new here on your way out. Let's get to 8K. Appreciate each and every one of you. Stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed.